You watched the debate?
Yeah, I did.
Joe Biden won. Trump lied too many times.
I think Biden was more truthful and on point.
Dude, the guy can't even freaking speak. How the is he running our country?
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Last Thursday was the first presidential debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. So who do Americans think won? Today we're in Orange County, California to find out. Let's go talk to some people. Huge shout out to Traditions Meat Company for sponsoring this video. You watched the debate?
Yeah, I did.
Who won?
It was really close. No, actually it wasn't. Trump killed him.
Trump, 100%.
Yeah, who won?
Our next president,
Which one was that?
Donald J. Trump.
Donald Trump all day long.
Trump, yeah.
Are you kidding me? Who won? Are you asking me a real question? Who won?
So
it's
real.
obvious who won. Are you kidding me?
I don't think anyone won.
We
think we all lost.
No one won?
Yeah, they're too old.
Who performed? Well, I wish we could find somebody older, but who performed
Really
the worst? Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Joe Biden won. Trump lied too many times.
I think Biden was more truthful and on point. It wasn't his best showing, for sure.
Who performed worse?
Well, Trump, of course.
Trump did?
Trump won the performance by issuing this blizzard of lies.
Trump's was filled with continuous lies after lies after lies. So given that, I would have to say Biden.
Right.
Although most people would say with Trump, or neither.
Neither of them won.
Neither
of them won. They both look terrible.
I don't know, but our nation lost. If that's the best that both parties can do, we're in trouble.
So nobody won?
Uh-uh.
Is that answer a cope, or what are we doing here?
How do you mean answer a cope of what? What do you mean by that?
If I were to guess, does that mean that we dislike Donald Trump? We weren't happy with Biden's performance?
Biden's performance was terrible. Is Trump the answer? Probably not.
Who did worse?
Okay, if it's going to be black or white, Biden did much, much worse. So
But if you had to pick one,
Trump.
Trump performed the worst?
He's the worst, yeah.
He just didn't speak clearly. He looked old. He was mumbling.
He was mumbling.
For Trump?
He looks old.
I don't know, man. That's a hard question. I mean, they both, had good points, but Joe Biden's way too old, man.
Okay, that was the takeaway?
Yeah, he's way too old, man. I mean, we saw him, the video, he kept malfunctioning every 5 seconds.
I think Biden actually just lost. He came out there, his mouth was open, he looked like he was dead from the start.
I personally think Trump won, only because I think he has the most logical answers to some of the questions, where I'm not so sure about the answers from the other guy.
President Biden wants to keep democracy. Trump's a threat to democracy.
Why did Trump win?
I didn't really understand what Biden was saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was just one person was coherent, had thoughts, clear message. The other person could barely put 2 words together.
He's basically not there, pretty much most of the time.
It is very, very evident that our president right now needs to get out of freaking office today. Period end. He showed us on television that he has dementia. We can't have that. We used to be the number 1 in the world. Number 1. The United States is always number 1. Guess what? We're number 2 now. You know why? Because what? Russia gets up there and they say, we're going to bomb, and he says, we're going to threaten you with sanctions? Bullshit. If Trump was in the office, now I'm not a Trumper, by the way. Don't mistake me for a Trumper.
I won't.
But if we had somebody in our office that was somewhat of somebody that stood for the people, that stood for the United States, none of this would have ever happened. He wouldn't have had enough balls to jump in.
Now, Biden took the week off to prepare for that debate. It was his rules that he set place for the debate. Does that disappoint you that he underperformed when it came to his rules and taking a week off from work to prepare?
Well, I think everybody who saw it were disappointed that he wasn't on point. Now, if you got a cold and you're raspy, and I don't know what you can do about that. I mean, that was part of it.
That was just a cold. Do you think that's why it was he underperformed, was because he had a cold?
Well, I think part of that was.
Even athletes have a bad day.
Right.
Give him a break.
Why do you think the underperformance when it comes to the energy during his debate?
I think he was on cold drugs. I don't know. I'm an
sick.
old man myself.
Cold medicine?
Yeah.
He had a cold. He was coming out. He was sick.
You guys, let's take a few moments for part 2 of Cooking with Klug, brought to you by Traditions Meat Company. So I just grilled Tradition's pork baby back ribs, pork chop, and ribeye steak. Now if you ignore the pink tongs I'm using for some reason,
in your next video they're gonna send you some actual like cookware for the barbecue.
look how insanely good these meats look on the grill. We used a dry rub for the ribs, salt and pepper for the pork chop and ribeye, and everything just turned out perfectly. All we were missing was some signature cream fraiche. It's so important to know where exactly your food is coming from, and this is why I'm so proud to partner with Traditions Meat Company. Their mission is to provide sustainably sourced meat products directly to you by supporting the small, independent farmers across America. Traditions is the real deal. Non-GMO, corn and soy free, no antibiotics ever, raised in humane living conditions, which is obviously important, and they offer both grain and grass-finished meats. And whether you live in Texas or Florida, your meat will arrive insulated and safe, so you can order with confidence. In fact, if an order is ever delayed and the meats arrive thawed, they'll immediately reship it to you at their cost. The elites want you to eat bugs. Make sure to give them the middle finger at traditionsmeatco.com and use my promo code JamesKlug15 for 15% off. Again, that is traditionsmeatco.com, promo code JamesKlug15. I will put a link down in the description below. Let's get back to the video.
And they're fighting about this golf thing? Who the cares about golf? We're the people here, man. We want to know who's going to be capable of running the United States.
They were talking about golf for 5 straight minutes. I thought that was kind of embarrassing.
What was your least favorite part?
The two guys arguing about who had a better golf handicap.
Who do you think would win, though?
I don't know.
In golf?
I don't care.
Would you want them to play golf against each other, though?
That'd be kind of sick, yeah.
That'd be kind of sick.
I think the issue comes when Biden has to answer things off the cuff and on the run, if you like. Is the difficulty for him if he's not being prompted with the correct answers. Where I think Trump probably still has that intelligence to be able to answer the question correctly. Hopefully his party behind him can do the job, but it's, yeah, from Australia we see a different angle too. So, but I want to see somebody in that's going to make a difference for you guys.
I think that our governor, Gavin Newsom, should step up. I think he should step up.
You think he would do a better job than Trump?
It doesn't matter whether he do a better job than Trump or not. He'd do a better job than Biden. And Biden is Democrat, and so is he.
You know, Democrats are obviously desperate to like have somebody at the front wheel, but like he's not the proper man to do it. You know. Right. Like,
did you come to that conclusion after the debate, or did you see that cognitive decline throughout his presidency?
Oh, throughout his presidency, man. And you know, like obviously, you know, they kept saying like, oh, you know, there's nothing wrong with him, like it's all just like a farce or whatever. But no, like it's been obvious all throughout his presidency that like this man's not doing well, you know.
You could see it happening for a long time, and it's a shame. You know, it's a shame that in politics, whether it's in the UK or in the US, we do not have the caliber of people that we need right now to lead our countries forward. It's a real shame.
Everybody could see he's incompetent, and everybody could see he should be out of office. So, period, end of discussion. Why he's still there? The power of politics. That's why.
Obviously, the debates on CNN. CNN spent an hour ragging against his performance. So Democrats were obviously very unhappy with that. Do you guys think that they're going to try to go with somebody else, or are they going to commit? Are we committing to Biden?
The choice is that we can't unless Biden steps down. It's his choice, so we don't have much choice. And
would you support like a Newsom hopping in or something, or no?
I would.
You would. How about you?
I don't know. That's a tricky little game because that's just dividing votes if somebody else jumps in. I will vote for whoever's on the Democratic ticket because the alternative scares me.
Anybody but Trump.
So two Democrats here, though, that are saying T-Dog won the debate.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
She did say that. You know, when it comes to the Democrats, do you think the Democrats are going to be sticking with Joe Biden?
I hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's who they stick with. And, you know, like, I personally feel that, you know, a couple years down the line, whether it's a year or 2 years, you know, Joe Biden's going to drop out of the presidency and it's going to be Kamala at the front wheel, which, you know, that's not going to be much better.
What do you think? Honest opinion.
No. I think it's either Greasy Gavin or, you know, they'll try to push Kamala out there.
They'll try to get somebody else, but it's too late for them. It's, you know, they're stuck with him.
I think they're ultimately going to be doing a bait and switch later.
I think they have to go with somebody else if they have any chance of winning. Right. I mean, right now Trump won. Like he won the election right now.
I think CNN and other pundits who are on the Democratic side who are talking about replacing Biden are wrong, and they're doing bad for the Democratic Party and bad for Biden.
Do you think that Democrats are going to actually be sticking with Joe Biden this year?
That's a silly question. If you saw what I just saw on this debate, that's a silly question. You just go re-watch the debate, and then you ask that question to anybody. Democrat, Republican, Independent, I don't care. You show them that, and you show them the man that's running our government, he should be out of here. He should have been out of here yesterday.
People that we're speaking with, in fact, the media as well, said that he kind of came off as being more senile, and that's why a lot of people were very critical. People that are apolitical, that was their takeaway. What would you say to those people that are saying that Biden appeared to be senile?
Well, those people don't know what senile means. He didn't exhibit signs of being senility. He showed signs of forgetfulness.
Okay, so I mean, I'll be totally honest. You're a Democrat?
Oh, hell, well, I'm a Republican now. That's right.
But you were a Democrat.
Well, for 20 years. But how can I be a Democrat and see this and watch what's happening?
I don't even know if I want to vote in this election, dude. I mean, I think RFK is a little interesting, but it's not going to work out, unfortunately. Independents have never had a good chance at the presidency. It's always been the two-party system, and the two-party system is way too corrupt at this point, man. Like, our founding fathers didn't even approve of this, and we need a new system in terms of politics.
When it comes to a couple of the lies that Donald Trump told, what were a couple of the biggest lies that you thought that Donald Trump told?
Well, about the economy, his record, when he was in office, was nowhere near as good as what he touted it to be. Actually, right now, Biden's created a significant amount of jobs. Inflation has cooled down, and I do expect the Fed to cut rates in September.
Everything else around Biden's been great. His performance for the nation has been great. His economic recovery post-pandemic is great. Better than most presidents have done in ages. And people aren't seeing that because of social media, I think, really has skewed things.
That topic, though. I mean, inflation's kicking people's butts. Real wages are down in the country.
Inflation is down. Unemployment is the best it's been.
Well, inflation is down compared to last year where it was at.
There's disinformation that's...
Inflation.
No, it's going down. All the numbers are down.
That's year over year numbers that you guys are looking at. So it's still up.
No, it's better than when Trump was in office.
Inflation?
Yes.
A lot of people look at Donald Trump as actually being known for his good economy. 2017, 2018, 2019, people were very happy with that. That's what when I talk to people on the street, that would be their primary focus. Now, of course, COVID and lockdowns affected that, but that kind of goes without saying, right? Are you talking about after he left office versus before? Because a lot of people look at 2019 being like, hey, my dollar went further than it does now.
Yeah, well, inflation was not a factor during that time. I'd say the economy, when he left office and what Biden inherited and what Biden did to help the economy, I mean, his administration has created more jobs in the time he's been in office than any other president. And so I would say...
Are you including the jobs that came back after the lockdowns or no?
Well, I guess that's part of it, but it's job creation. I mean,
this seems a little bit loose right there.
You're right.
And then what happens? Me being a taxpayer, I spend a ton of money on taxes, and I'm seeing billions of dollars going to Ukraine. I'm a little pissed off because, one, we sent them some money, and then we sent them more and more and more, and we're talking billions. A guy like me who's retired, I could live off of $2 million for the rest of my life. And we're sending them billions of money that I invested in my United States? I call bullshit.
On CNN, they were talking about how Biden was talking about how illegal crossings at the southern border was even lower than Donald Trump's.
It was.
Republicans should not dare use immigration at this point after what happened with Trump in Congress shutting down that bill. That was a sin.
That was lie and manipulation.
He's an unelected civilian, and he's meddling with our Congress. So isn't that a crime somewhere? Like this human crime wave?
If I'm going to play devil's advocate there's estimated about 8 million people that entered the country illegally before that bill that you're referring to. What's the reason for the 8 million before?
It happened under Trump, too. It's been happening for years.
What kind of gang warfare is going on in Honduras, in Guatemala, and Nicaragua? that's often what's driving this movement of immigrants to our borders. So I don't know, you can gin it up and make it as scary as the Republicans seem to love to make it into a big scary thing that the rapists and Trump's a rapist.
What are your guys' thoughts about people that are saying that Biden won the debate?
I think they didn't watch the debate. I think they didn't watch it.
Trump obviously a little, overzealous and bombastic sometimes, but Biden obviously, nothing's going the way it should be going right now. Yeah. Inflation, the economy, the border, and I think just obviously the choice is pretty clear at this point.
You think he should do another debate with Trump?
I would like to see that, but I don't know if Trump will go for that.
I've watched the debate twice, and I wholeheartedly agree. I think it's very scary. Now, my question for you is that guy actually running the country? Is he in charge?
And again, another silly question. The guy can't even freaking speak. How the is he running our country?
All right, everyone, that is it for today. So we had a ton of mixed responses here in Orange County. Let me know what you guys think. Who won the first presidential debate? And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe for more videos, and hit that bell notification button so you're notified next time I post. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Who won the debate? Yeah, well said. Thank you very much for your time. You're so freaking cute.